First up on the topic of awareness is something that I shared on my Instagram last week, and that is being aware that I'm starting to put on a little bit of weight and also having the awareness that I want to do something about that. Now, this is a new approach for me, deciding to lean into this awareness and use it as a way to help support and encourage me to make the choices and to do the things that I actually do want to do, things that I actually value. As someone who has carried a lot of excess weight for a considerably long amount of time, I know all too well how easy it is not to pay attention to the changes that are happening, and that a few pounds here or there can really add up quickly. Who can relate to this? I can actually sense some head nodding going on out there because I know it's something that many, many people can relate to. I'm also going to say that for me anyway, I know when it's happening. I mean, sure, it can be subtle at first and we can trick ourselves into not noticing. And, our brains will kick in and sort of try to help us along the way with this illusion that we're not gaining weight. It's not that our jeans are getting tight. We like our cozy pants. And hey, if we're mostly at home, why wouldn't we stay in comfy clothes? There's no need to put on those jeans. It's not that we've decided to be unhealthy with our eating. We're just enjoying what we want, and we deserve that. I'm surprised at just how quickly a pound or two can literally turn into 5, 7, or 10 pounds. The previous version of me would have chosen likely to not be aware of this. And I know all too well that as the weeks and months would go by, that I wouldn't be surprised if I was finding myself in a size of clothes, one size bigger, maybe two. And that's not what I want. Being in sync with the way I feel in my body, moving with more ease, knowing that I'm choosing to eat the way I actually want to is empowering. It's being in the driver's seat, not being a passenger on the train of life, but actually showing up for the game, living your life by design. Awareness. It's the new superpower. Awareness opens you up to the power of choice, being in that driver's seat. I'm aware of what's happening, and I've decided to commit to wearing jeans twice a week as a way to have the awareness that I have put on some weight. Living in yoga pants and leggings, by the way, is my actual go-to way of dressing. It fits with my casual West Coast active lifestyle, and it's comfortable. And while I like being comfortable, I still want to be able to fit into those jeans. I want to be fit. I want to be healthy. I put on the jeans that I had bought myself back in December of 2019 after I had lost a bunch of weight. I mean, I didn't do all that work not to be able to fit in these jeans. Putting them on is a reminder of that hard work. And it's a reminder that it's important for me not only to maintain the weight that I did lose, but to actually continue to tone my body, become more fit and strong as I age. The jeans fit fine, a bit snug, and a difference in the way they felt and the way they looked. And yeah, it felt good 6 hours later to change back into those cozy pants. This awareness, I'm using it now as a resource. I'm using it as a tool. It's awareness. So twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm wearing those skinny jeans. It's all about the awareness. Doing this is a way to keep myself accountable. Like I said, over the past couple of months, I've noticed some extra weight starting to creep on. I can see it in my middle and I can see it on the scale. That's okay, not beating myself up about it. I know why it's happening. And now, because of that awareness, I get to choose if I want to do anything about it. That's cool, right? I could choose to hold on to a mindset and belief that it's because I'm no longer weight training and going to the gym that I'm putting on weight and it's out of my control. Or I could know it's happening, but choose to just ignore it. I will tell you, I am very familiar with that second strategy. I know that in previous years, when I experienced some success with weight loss, if weight would start to creep back on, I would ignore it. I would stay in my comfy clothes, would use being busy as the reason why we were eating differently. And then before you knew it, I was back to old patterns and a previous size or two. This time it's different. And I know the reason why. It's this awareness. I'm choosing to pay attention and be present and be responsible for this life of mine. I have the awareness that losing and, more importantly, maintaining a 60-pound weight loss was not simply because of the keto diet, but as a result of an overhaul in my lifestyle, my priorities, and my belief in myself. Starting with tackling the weight loss with keto, combined with regularly working out, was how I made it happen. I embrace and welcome the new version of me. It's like I've been waiting my whole life to have this healthier, stronger version to show up. And I'm really enjoying the changes. I'm enjoying the new energy, the new vibrancy, just the new way of being. It really actually fits. In the past 2 months, however, some things have changed with our lifestyle and level of activity. And interestingly, this has also brought on a bit of a change in some other habits too, like what we've been eating and when. I haven't had the same motivation and interest in preparing the healthy meals we love, instead opting for what is sometimes an easier, more convenient option. And desserts are back. And there is a lovely lady downstairs that bakes these incredible apple crisps, pies, and muffins, and she shares them with us. So while choosing to enjoy these types of things will always have a place in my world, I recognize the need and the desire to dial back the frequency a bit. I don't want that to become normal again. It is really clear to me that one of the most powerful tools we can use to help us maintain a healthy lifestyle is awareness, followed by choices. It's a powerful place to be when you're in the driver's seat for your own life. Getting off of carbs and sugar, that is, yeah, that's what initially helped me to lose weight. And you know what? It also made me feel good. It makes me feel good when I'm not eating sugar. I have more energy. I can think better. My skin's better. I sleep better. Eating cleaner and more intentionally is when I feel the best. And I love the way that my body responds to it. And I can wear cuter outfits. One of the research scientists I had on the program said that it's what we eat that's the key to weight loss or weight gain, and it's exercise that helps us maintain a healthy weight. When I choose to, I'm able to maintain a healthy weight by going by sort of like the 80-20 principle of eating what I would call a nutritional keto slash Mediterranean diet. And I mean diet strictly for the act of consuming the food, not to be misinterpreted by being on a diet. And that is also one of the building blocks for success, in my opinion. Being on a diet is not sustainable, and it usually represents some sort of lack or deprivation. That's why the the sort of like a nutritional keto Mediterranean lifestyle is more in line with what I'm actually doing. Lifestyle is what I eat, what I drink, how I exercise, how I'm sleeping, what I consume in the form of content, and My lifestyle is highly rooted in self-care and self-worth. I have come to know that when I'm taking care of myself, meeting my needs physically, mentally, and spiritually, that it's actually really easy to make the choices that I want to. And when my self care is lacking, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, if I'm not honoring what I value, then I find myself going for that snack when I'm out or having that glass of wine. And more often, there are chips in the house. When I was weight training at the gym, eating off plan, it was easier to get away with. And I'm aware of that. I'm also aware that it's a slippery slope. Just because the sugar and the carbs were not registering on the scale, is it really the way I want to be eating? The answer is no. No, it's not. I'm not fanatical about it, but if I'm honest, I want those types of things to be indulgences to be planned for and savored and enjoyed, not the go-to sort of thing that I'm eating on a daily basis. And that's just plain and simple. And that's what makes it key is knowing that that is what I value and that is what I want. That's the lifestyle that I enjoy. So eating that way is not being on a diet. It's honoring what I've found that really works for me. So this time, I'm not turning a blind eye and going to ignore the situation, pretend it's not happening, or that the weight is, it's not, or that it's okay, or assign responsibility for it to anyone other than me. I am clearly aware of the choices that I'm making, and I know what I want to do. Notice that I said want to do, not need to do. This again is something that I'm aware of. It is something that's a shift in mindset. The wisdom of awareness is where it is at for me these days. And I invite you to become more aware of where you're at with your eating habits, your lifestyle goals, and just do a check in with yourself. The wisdom of awareness.